Okay, we're good.
Alright, day 18.
Day 18.
Sorry we haven't done video in a while. It's kind of been late nights and long miles and days.
Hot days.
Hot days. But right now we're on about 2-3 miles into
To
Missouri.
Missouri.
This is a perfect beach. We couldn't have asked for anything
It's really nice here, actually.
So I guess to cover the last few days, last 2 days I should say, yesterday and today, I don't know, days just bleed into days.
Pretty much.
Yesterday.
I don't even know.
Started off hot lunch.
Hot lunch.
On the beach. We went to the gas station and charged all of our stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kind of. I already figured. Keep going out, and then.
Okay, well we sat on the beach in the sun. There's clouds all around the sun all the time. But not on us. That's how it is all day long.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Okay,
clouds
I
on
don't
both
know.
sides of the river and not on us. So we camped on the beach and we charged our some
We
of
didn't
us-
camp on the beach, but we had lunch on the
We
beach.
had lunch on the beach, my bad.
Yeah.
And we made good mileage. The river was really moving in the morning.
Yeah, we could get like 5.7 average for a while, so.
Yeah. Then we left. We ate our lunch, which is a good lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and then we look behind us, and there's a big storm. Eric's
Big-
like, "Oh, it's not moving this way." 10 minutes later, it's like almost
It's right
over
here.
us.
Yeah, it's starting to fire lightning and thunder, and he's freaking out over here and just really stressing out so much, and I'm laughing at him because I don't know.
I don't want to get struck by lightning.
And I just didn't care, I guess. So we were paddling, and we probably made it about 4 or 5 miles,
Extra.
and we cut across the lake into a little like an RV park.
State park. We pulled in, and we just covered everything. And this guy's cruising around on his
On
bike,
his little bike.
around this thing. This older guy
Comes up to us and he's like, "Hey, you guys, you ready for a cold beer or water?" So we decided to take him up in the water because I don't like beer to begin with.
and I'm really not old enough, but I guess that never
He
deterred
probably
anyone
wouldn't
else.
care.
Yeah, I know. So he gave us that, and then we covered all of our stuff, and he came back and he said, with the water, and he said, "Hey, you guys, there's a shelter over here," and he's like, "You guys want a shower? There's a shower up there. Just don't
Don't
get
let him
caught."
catch you because you have to pay to use this campground.
Facility.
So
So we covered everything,
and we showered.
we showered. Oh, the shower felt
Shower
great.
was great. It was very clean, like a camper's washroom. So it was very nice.
Yeah, it was warm in there too. We showered. This is the first time we showered in 12 days
Washed my clothes in the shower,
since the hotel. It's our hotel. We haven't really showered.
and then
Come
you
outside.
could
and-
hear the crashes of lightning and thunder in the building. You come outside and it's like a monsoon.
It's bad.
I mean, the rain is like almost horizontal rain because the wind is just gusting so much. And everything flooded around us within 10 minutes.
So we wasted about an hour and 15 minutes because of all the light. It was like a big lightning storm.
Yeah.
And this was a long hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Just-
we were standing there, nowhere to sit or anything.
There's
so.
no benches. And then it looked like it cleared up. Or
It
started to
did clear up. It was clear to the right, so we.
Which was downstream.
So I was like, let's go, JR. We have to try to get our mileage in. We can't, get under because we have to. We're trying to get positive every day so we can get ahead. So
And,
we took off.
Yeah, we sponged out the canoe and took off. And
Got about another
made
3
about
or 4 miles.
3-4 miles. And then another huge crash of lightning.
Huge storm. It like totally shifted directions. It was blowing over us, and then it just turned directions and started following us.
Yeah, and there was a lot of lightning again.
So we pulled off on an island.
an island with nothing there.
Nothing.
Not even really much cover from
Nope.
the rain. And we stood there, I should say. We didn't sit
As the rain poured for about another hour and a half on us,
on us. The wind was intense.
and we were shivering and freezing.
We
and
have a
just-
tarp, but that was to cover our stuff. Everything mainly was covered, like with wrapped up in garbage bags. But you don't know how well that's gonna work.
Mhm.
So we covered our canoe and just sat there and just stood like this.
Holding our shirts out to use so the water would
The
drip
water
right off.
wouldn't just stay on us. And then after just standing there and talking about everything and how horrible and laughing, we just laugh so much all the time because things really aren't that great.
No, But if we didn't laugh, we'd go crazy.
We would go
it's
crazy.
Kind of, it's
or
kind of
want
like
to
that.
flip and capsize on purpose.
Yeah.
Um,
We had once joked about how if one of us just broke our arms or something, we could just get out of this whole thing, and
Yeah.
everything would be okay. But
no, we
we're
didn't
not.
because then you have a broken arm for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, like come on, we might as well paddle and get it done early.
Yeah.
So
Rain didn't let up at all. Wind didn't let up at all. But it was starting to, and then there was actually a clearing. There was completely, I heard the loudest crash of lightning ever in my life.
it sounded like
Right
someone
across the
held
river.
a gun to your ear and fired it. That's how loud it was. I
Yeah.
mean, really, we were just continuously jumping from these loud crashes of thunder and lightning.
And it started really clearing. It hadn't cleared. It was all completely gray for that hour and 20
To the
minutes.
right, it was just totally like pink and just totally looked like the sun was coming. But the rain was still, it was still raining fairly hard, and we were shivering. And I
So-
looked at him and I said, well, here's the option: we either make camp or we leave. And he couldn't make a decision, so I just said, JR, get in the canoe. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And 20 minutes of high winds.
Fast
Yeah.
paddling and super tense shoulders.
Yeah, because we were just sitting there trying to keep warm. Your shoulders get tense.
The rain broke and we
The
got
rain
to a
broke,
lock.
and we got to a lock, and it was sunny the rest of the time.
And all our stuff actually dried out for the most part before we slept.
Yeah, so that was good. And then,
What, we need to talk about water spiders real quick.
oh yeah, water spiders.
Water spiders. So I'll let you use your analogy you said earlier, or your mental picture about the quarter mile on each side.
Okay, yeah. So this river kind of got pretty wide today.
It was probably about half a mile plus wide.
And we're about in the middle where the current's the strongest. Don't worry about us. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
And we're just cruising along, and you start seeing these little spidery things coming at you, and you're like, how are they out
In the middle of the river.
a quarter of a mile away in the middle of the river?
And you pass them and they sit there, right?
And they like look at you,
And as you pass, then they just go,
and they run to your canoe.
and they climb right up the side of your walls. And sometimes you'll be in the middle of the river, and you'll get a cobweb in your face.
Yeah.
Just a single line.
We don't know.
But it is the stickiest web you ever get. You cannot get it off you.
I don't know how they make those out in the middle of this river. You can see how big it is.
And then I'm
behind us.
watching his back the entire time, and he's got this little like piece of cobweb, you know, just
I
like
don't really,
building in the
I don't
wind.
really turn around. I don't really.
And then I
care.
see a spider just crawling up it, and just going to his shoulder. So I'm whacking it off with a paddle. It's absolutely crazy.
They're
right?
like pirates. They're
yeah,
like the pirates.
spider pirates.
Yeah, they don't get the fast boats, but when we slow down for 1 second, they start climbing aboard.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot of dead fish.
Yeah,
Really smelly dead fish. Their eyes are
probably see about 10 or more a day. Big dead fish.
big dead fish. We met the guy. Went through Burlington, and we met these guys, these two older guys, and they were very nice, and they kind of just joked around, and they gave us some information, and we kept going out of Burlington, and paddled some more, a few more locks. We went through our biggest lock today.
Yeah, huge lock. It was 1,200 yards. It could
Yes.
fit 6 barges long, plus the ship that pushes them.
Yeah,
So
and we dropped about 40 feet.
yeah, 40 feet. It was crazy.
Um,
We found out that guys who work at locks make $25 an hour, and it's a federal job, so they get paid very well.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, sometimes we get 6 a day. Sometimes we don't see any barges for 2 days. So what do they do in the 2 days? They mow the lawn and sit there.
He said they mow the lawn. He's like, oh, it's a hard job. You got to cut the grass.
Tax dollars.
Yeah, tax dollars at work, and it's free. So thankfully, it would have cost us an arm and a leg for this trip. We had to pay for every lockage.
Went through what's the name? Ocalqua?
Ocalqua.
Yesterday, and the first time we used our, in the other video, we used our lunchtime special number 1. We used our can opener for the first time, our brand new one, and it just didn't work.
It didn't work at all.
And all of our canned goods, except for chicken noodle soup, you needed a can opener
We needed
for.
a can opener. So we fought for the can opener for about 25 minutes, achieving absolutely nothing but a bunch of holes in the tops of our cans, unable to open them.
We even used a corn. The corn got wasted. That was so good.
Yeah, I know.
So we had to eat the only pop toss we had left, which was
Chicken
noodle
noodles. We had 3 cans of chicken noodle soup, and that was it for yesterday for lunch. After we had paddled all day.
After we paddled all day.
We had already gone 30 miles before we stopped there. and it was sun, it was hot, it was blazing. And then we get there to try to have a good lunch because we're starving, and all we can eat is chicken noodle soup. Very frustrating when that happens.
Yeah.
Today we cooked in the boat.
Yeah, that went really well. Eric lost the pot, a great pot that we've been using this whole time.
For everything. We bail out the boat with that pot, and we cook with that pot. We do everything with that pot. And then I had sat down to kind of rinse out the scum from the first meal we ate, or the first course, per se, that we ate.
Yeah.
And I left the sponge, and as I reached for the sponge, took my hand off the pot, and the pot immediately just got sucked right under. The current in the middle, like the undertow, just pulls everything under.
Yeah, every time there's like an object in the river, someone swam this, they're crazy. Every time there's like a 5 by 10 foot object in the river, there's like a big swirl either before.
It's like a giant whirlpool.
And afterwards.
It just kind of wants to spin the entire thing.
We can go straight through it and be fine, but if we edge it on the side, it completely turns the canoe. Like, and we're moving at a good speed, so we're safe though. It's not like choppy. We're never really close to capsizing.
No, we haven't been since Winnebagoshish or the first day.
Yeah, when things were a little uneasy.
Yeah,
but
when they were uneasy.
I think we're pretty fair paddlers now, so that's probably not.
We're seasoned.
Trying
to think of.
Get off the ladybug.
We went through what was the town today? We went through another Indian named town. It was nice. That was the town that City of the Lock was in.
Yeah.
It was the first dam that we saw that was a lock dam and
a power plant.
Did electricity. They don't usually have the biggest drop off, so this one actually was a power generating dam.
No, there was one up by St. Paul.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a small one.
That was a really small one.
In Minnesota.
I forgot about that one.
1 or 2 of them.
This one was just so huge.
Yeah. This one, spanned half mile of just dam.
Yeah, across the whole. It almost was a lake, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else to talk about.
I don't think so. But day 18, Missouri, making great mileage.
Expect to be in St. Louis in about 6 days.
Yes, I'll have to check the maps. It could be sooner. But we're gonna head in because the bugs are getting bad out here. See you later.